In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope, and there's quite enough power to walk through our every fearful spirit. God's Spirit is in this very room, in this very room, yes, in this very room.
Just allowing that knowing in this very room there is enough love, enough joy for the Spirit, that which we call God, is ever present. And so I am knowing and declaring the beauty of this day, the joy, the peace, the love of this day. And that everything that unfolds in this service unfolds in the grace of God. That each one of us present, all of us viewing, are a part of a larger body of infinite knowingness. And so the ebb and flow of give and take of the word spoken, the word played, the word sung, the word heard, the word embodied is so beautiful that I cannot help but give thanks. And so in deep gratitude, I recognize that in this very room, there is all of the joy of life. And so it is.
And so it is.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I can be.
Oh, like it.
I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all and all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I can be. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I all that I can be. Can be.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful. Ah, how lovely. Thank you so much, Amalisa and John. Yeah, lovely. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the San Francisco Center for Spiritual Living. What a beautiful day, yes?
Yeah.
Day to be grateful. Always, always grateful. I love the expression, in all things give thanks, right? It's a good day to practice that, for sure. The reading for today is taken from the Science of Mind magazine. It is published every 2 months. It contains 2 months' worth of daily guides. This one is called Being of Light for Sunday, April 5th. The heart is the shrine where all prophets reside.
Wow.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
The heart is the shrine where all prophets reside. That's Hazrat Inayat. When I work with clients or people, I will often talk about making an altar of your heart, a shrine, an altar, and then bringing onto that altar yourself first, and then anyone, any situation that you're wanting to resolve, to dissolve, to fade into the presence of God. So I love this. I hadn't read that before. The heart is the shrine where all prophets reside. At any given moment, we can make an altar of our heart and bring onto that altar anything we would like to resolve. Treatment, that's spiritual mind prayer, is an action in thought alone. It opens up the avenues of thought, expands the consciousness, and lets reality through. It clarifies the mentality, removes the obstructions of thought, and lets in the light. That's Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind textbook. Yes, treatment or prayer is an action in thought alone. It opens up the avenues of thought, expands the consciousness, and lets reality through. It clarifies the mentality, removes the obstructions of thought, and lets in the light. Ernest Holmes. This morning, the light of my being awakened me, but outside it was still dark. As I entered my meditation practice, the light shone even brighter, welcoming the rising sun outside my window. I greeted my son and my wife as they awakened, and my light increased when it was added to theirs. As I entered my workplace, seeing patients and the people I work alongside, I shared my light as they did theirs. We created a unique experience never seen before in the history of the universe. When I entered the store to purchase groceries, each person I passed shared light as I shared mine with them. When I answered different phone calls, emails, and messages throughout the day, technology transmitted light, which traveled great distances. When I reflected on loved ones who had transitioned, their light joined mine, and mine joined theirs, a reminder that presence is not limited to physical form. As I prepared for the rest of the day, as I prepared to rest, the light within was bright, yet I still found a place to drift into sleep. Even in sleep, the light was there. I am the light. Yeah. What a beautiful thing to remember always. Yeah. And there are 2 affirmations. I'll say them first, and then I will do them one at a time, and we can repeat after me. Our life is what our thoughts make it. That's Marcus Aurelius. And then it is done unto us as we believe, and that's the science of mind. Our life is what our thoughts make it.
Our life is what our thoughts make it.
It is done unto us as we believe.
It is done unto us as we believe.
One more. I am powerful and valuable light in this world. I am a powerful and valuable light in this world.
Thank you. We're going to have some music now since Lisa Cohen is here visiting from Oregon. And it's a piece that just came through, right? Spirit.
Give me 1 second, Lisa.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something about this.
It's reverb.
It's reverb. It'll sound good when I sing.
Lisa wants reverb. She gets reverb.
Mama wants, Mama gets. So this came through when I was readying myself for this trip and thinking about this is a day of resurrection. You know, people say that there's a second coming. The second coming is the Christ nature in you.
Mm-hmm.
We are the bringers of the light now. And we stand up and we spread our light. And that light comes from within. So I praise God for the light of the Lord within me and within all. And I pray to magnify that light in myself and in others. And Reverend Mawada, what is it you say about never doubt?
Small group of thoughtful citizens can make a difference in the world.
Never?
Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed citizens can make a difference in the world.
Indeed, that's all that ever has. Okay,
We
thanks.
just say it every week.
All right, ready?
Here's your key.
I am renewed, and I am restored, and I am reborn in the light of the Lord. Oh, I am reborn, and I am renewed in the faith I have of the light in me, the light of God. Oh, the light of God. Oh, I am renewed, and I am restored, and I am reborn in the light of the Lord, in the light of the Lord. God will carry you through. God will carry me through. Yeah, God will carry us through. I am renewed, and I am restored, and I am reborn in the light of the Lord. Oh, I am reborn, and I am restored, and I am reborn in the light of the Lord. In the light of the Lord, yeah, in the light of the Lord. Sing it with me. In the light of the Lord, yeah, in the light of the Lord, in our light of the Lord, yeah, in the light of our Lord, in the light of our Lord, yeah, God will carry me through, yeah, God will carry you through, God will carry us through. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, in the light of the Lord, God will carry us through. Okay. Good morning. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Well, it's nice to see you. I feel like Miss Nancy up here, all in our places with sunshiny face.
Yes.
Um,
Nice too.
let's begin with our affirmation that Melissa called out earlier. Never doubt
Never doubt.
that a small group of thoughtful and committed citizens
Group of thoughtful and committed citizens
can make a difference in the world. Indeed, that's all that ever has. I'm a difference maker. I'm making a difference in the world.
difference
Every
in the
time I
world.
open my eyes, I make a difference. Every time I breathe, I take a breath, I make a difference. Every gesture is a difference-making gesture.
Every gesture.
I am powerful beyond compare.
I am powerful beyond
Wise beyond
compare.
measure. I'm a difference maker.
I'm a difference maker.
How's that feel?
That's good.
This is the consciousness that we teach, the consciousness that we espouse. This is how we live and breathe and have our being. And it's essential that we remember these things during the course of our day. I'm trying to remember exactly how Howard Thurman says it, but he talks about how the grit and grime of life can wear us to the point we forget how easy it is to forget who we are. And he goes on to say that if it had been something big, something huge, he would prepare himself, steel himself. He's ready for that. Okay, we're ready for those things. We know, there's going to be losses. There's going to be, things that happen that are unpleasant. But it's that daily grind. It's that daily grind. It's that ebb and flow. These are the times we forget. This is and I'm loving Thomas Paine. I love this quote by Thomas Paine. This is one of my famous quotes. It's funny. It's like, I feel strange saying this because it's such a patriotic thing to say. But, I'm patriotic. What can I say? He said, these are the times that try men's souls. Everybody's soul, not just men. These are the times, okay? And guess what, people? These are not different times. These are the same times. We're always being tried. The soul is always up for debate on who we decide to be. We have more information about what's going on right now. And because we have more information about what's going on right now, and because the brain, and we know a lot more about the brain right now we know that we have a negativity bias, that we're going to remember the negative 5 times more than the positive stimulus simply because our brains are wired to notice threats. You know this, right? And then we have that wonderful confirmation bias that once we decide this is the way things are, Now we're looking for all the evidence to support this idea. Is that correct? This is basic. Now everybody knows this. It's not something that only certain people get to know. But what that means is we have a bias that narrows our field of attention. This is clearly not what I but I honestly tell you, I haven't been happy with what I had for my outline, so this is what's coming up right now. So here we are, infinite possibility. Yes, infinite possibility? We're infinite possibility. That means we can be anything. And we all know, well, there's a lot of stuff I really want to be, so I can't be anything. My infinite possibility, we start thinking about all the stuff that we really not want, because the things that we want are really the things that we are. That's the thing about it. We're not, the whole month we're talking about becoming. But we're not becoming something that we're not. We're becoming aware of who we are. Do you see the difference? See, one is, I'm not there yet. I don't have it yet. I've got to get there. There's something between me and it. This is dualistic duality thinking. That's separation. I'm separate from my good. But in the oneness of God, in the oneness of the universe, I'm not separate from anything. In the field of pure potentiality, which they all say, the scientists backed up that everything is in the quantum field. That the electrons don't even circle there. This is something that blows my little Newtonian mind, from when I was in school. Okay, you mean the electrons are not circling around the atom? It's not doing that. Well, that changes everything. It's just a diffusion of energy. It becomes what you decide it is. The observer effect is real. There's a joke about a group of quantum physicists. They go to the racetrack, and when the race is over, one of them jumping up and down and says, I win. And the other one says, that's no fair. You affected the outcome by watching. Oh, my. Easter. I said earlier, apparently got on me about this because I said, I'm tired of this talk. I'm not tired of Easter. I'm not trying to get a one-way ticket to HE double hockey sticks.
Reverend Walker, put your mic onto your.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. But there's a lot of pressure to tell this story right, you see. And people come from different backgrounds, different experiences. A lot of people who come to these philosophies, these places, have a lot of wounds around this kind of stuff. But we got to talk about it because it's so much of the culture. So I've spun it as many ways as I know how to spin it. I spun it in ways I didn't even know how, okay? And so it's like, I'm tired of trying to figure out how am I going to do it this time, okay? That's what's getting me. And the important thing to remember is this is really about the eternality of the soul. And we believe in our philosophy, in the immortality, the continuity, and the immortality, eternality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. The story of the resurrection is a story of the eternality of the soul. Now, it's also a story about the redemption of sin. It's also a story about betrayal. There's a bunch of things that are happening. There's a lot of moving pieces here for us to latch onto. One of the things I love to say about this particular day that I will say again today, because it's important to realize, people might say that Jesus, who we consider the great example, not the great exception, that his biggest detractor might consider Judas Iscariot, the man who betrayed him, as his enemy, or at least an antagonist in his life. But the thing we want to remember today, to me, the most important thing to remember, is that without that betrayal, there's no resurrection. The whole story of who this man is hinges on the idea that he was crucified, lay in the tomb for 3 days, and was resurrected. Now, we can do the math, and it wasn't exactly 3 days. We can pick this story apart in a lot of different ways. But you have to remember, and I'm loving Joseph Campbell's work, every story is about the archetypes, and you're every person in the story. So rather than thinking about what happened to somebody 2,000 years ago and creating a whole idea about the suffering of that, we're staying at a friend's house, and house sitting, and we spoke to him just before he left, and he's 17 years of Catholic school, died, and he doesn't believe in God at all right now. Doesn't want to talk about it, doesn't want to hear it. But he's walking around the house. He said, but you know, the indoctrination is so good, I still remember the songs. So here's the man who doesn't believe in God. And he's, wait, I'm reaching in my pocket, babe, because I put my, okay, I can do it later, but you're right, I shouldn't do this on the platform. But I'll tell you why. Because I know that I took my ring off and put it in my pocket.
No, let him do
Oh,
that.
you see,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see,
no,
now
go
it's
ahead,
okay.
fine.
Now it's okay. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have on my ring. I feel naked. And so I'm reaching for a moment. But because it looks so, I won't put my ring on right now. And I don't think I'm going to explode. But Steve is walking around. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. I'm like, oh God, yes. I forgot about that part of it, you know. But he's like, he can't forget about it. He's on these days, these songs resurrect themselves in him. Yes. He doesn't even believe any of it. But the conditioning is so powerful. We've all been conditioned to believe we're less than who we are. And anytime I describe myself as anything other than one with the divine indwelling and self-existent one, I've narrowed the focus of my pure potentiality into that thing. And all the accoutrements that come along with that. Because as you see, I like to wear African stuff all the time, and my name is Mwati Rasuli, but I know that calling myself a black man in America is a limitation to my godliness. Because I know that God is neither male nor female, so I can't be the one either. I've always been a they. I love the pronoun thing with the they. Everybody just put they, okay? Because we're all a they. Nobody's not a they. You might only answer to some specific thing, but none of us are by ourselves in this body. Okay? We have a spirit housed with us. And there's enough bacteria running the show, it's not even our body. We're really just going along for the ride. But when you understand life this way, you don't think in the traditional sense. When you don't think in the traditional sense, now we have an opportunity to be the difference maker, because what I realize, there's always more going on in the world than what I see. My perspective can only be limited. I've been teaching Claude how to be one with God. It's a trip. My AI knows nothing about the oneness of God. And I finally had to stop and say, dude, you keep giving me these dualistic answers. Okay, this is not true. This book. He said, oh, yes. And finally I figured it out. I think I said this last week. Oh, dualistic minds wrote the algorithm. You can only give me dualistic responses. Yes, that's correct. So it's a trip when you realize, dang, I know something my AI doesn't know. I'm smarter than my AI. I got to tell you, it feels kind of good to be smarter than the AI. I always knew I was good, but now the computer's proven. But being conscious of the oneness of the divine is not something that we can put on the shelf and just pick it up on the weekend, dust it off, and go and listen to it. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of being. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of speaking. It's a way of presenting. And it's an activity that is always happening, always occurring. We're always on duty. I don't want to say we're always on trial, because there's a negative aspect to that. But we are. Life is always happening. Our teacher used to tell me that all the time. I'm a bit of a space cadet. Okay, got that ADD thing going. And he would always say, meanwhile, Mwata, life is happening. Whatever we think about life, it continues to happen, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So in this idea about being a difference maker, I'm bringing forth from the depths of myself, resurrecting an old memory, an old idea, an ancient code of my own perfection that says I don't only just walk and talk and live and breathe and have my being as the one, but the one is walking and talking and living and breathing and having its being as me. Do you see how potent this is? See, nothing that I see on TV, nothing that I see in the news, none of the stuff happening in the neighborhood, none of these loud, scary things that I'm None of this stuff is more powerful than me. The only thing stronger than me is the idea that I'm not as strong as me because I figured out how to a way to not be so powerful all the time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I figured out how to get a size 12 foot into a size 10 shoe and walk around like it's comfortable and wonder why my life's not working. I wonder why I have so much pain and so much heartache in my life. Why is everything so hard? Everything is so hard. My dad had once said, I'm hard because it's hard. That was his, I'm hard because it's hard. You know, that's a man. Yeah. I grew up trying to be that guy because couldn't be him. No,
Thank goodness.
it doesn't have to be hard, Dad. You think it? He was the line, pressure will bust a pipe, boy. Pressure will bust a pipe. That means break a pipe open for people that don't know what bust a pipe means. You know? And I had to say, but Dad, it also makes diamonds. It also makes diamonds. I'm either a pipe breaking or I'm a diamond becoming, and I choose diamond. I'll take diamonds for 500, please. But I can be under enough pressure to be broken. I have been under enough pressure to be broken. Yes. Haven't we all?
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
This is about realizing I'm unbreakable. If I could have been broken, damn it, I'd have been broken already. Enough has happened to break us, yes? Yeah. Somehow we keep floating to the top. We think we're done. This is it. This is it. At one time I thought I was dying for sure. I'm laying in the house. I'm just weak. It's okay, God. Take care of my children. I'm so tired. I'm going to lay down. Pure Anjali wasn't home. She said, what's wrong? I think this is it. When's the last time you had a drink of water? I don't know. One drink of water, I'm back. Just a glass. It wasn't even a full glass. I couldn't believe it. But guess what? If I hadn't got that glass, there you go. There you go. There you go. And it's just like that. How many times have we just been that close? But nope, not today. Because our work is not done. And Esther said, perhaps you were born for such a time as this. Yes. But I can say if you weren't born for such a time as this, you wouldn't be at such a time as this. We planned this. We said, I'm the difference maker here. I will stand in this gap. This is my hill. I will live this life. This life I will remember. But you know, when you go to the party and they're playing pin the tail on a donkey, it looks so easy until you get blindfolded and spinning around in a circle 3 times and try to find the wall to pin the tail on. And so, you know, it looks so easy. Oh, yeah, and I can do this. But we forget how seductive hardship can be, suffering can be, loneliness and betrayal can be. And we don't realize how it's weighing on us, and pretty soon we don't actually believe that stuff. I'm looking at a bunch of newborns in my family, and I thought we was going to have one here today. Yeah. But probably later on we will have, because Daniel's supposed to be bringing Khalil over.
Baby.
And so, I've been around 3 new births in the last month or 2. And just something about new life like that, it just does something to you. You know? Yeah. And so, and I see myself before the programming, you know, before I started not believing the truth, before I started believing I was less than. And I had a lot of problems with my dad. And when he passed away, before he passed, I was just wondering, whatever happened to him? Because I had to correct him on so many things. I learned a lot by watching him mess up. You know, your parents are here to teach you. Sometimes they teach you by doing good things, but sometimes you watch them and say, okay, I'm not going to do that one right then. That didn't work out too good. But you know, why am I telling you this? Don't remember where I was at.
New life before you stopped believing.
So when my father passed away, I'd always wondered what happened. All the pictures I see, he's a grown man. Okay, and by now he's got a hardness. When you get to be a grown man, you develop a hardness, because that's just what happens. Something hardens, and that's how we survive. But I opened the program, and there was a picture of my dad about 10 years old. Oh. And I just wept. Because I knew he must have started out like everybody else. And what I was dealing with was what happened to him. that he could not overcome. People, we're dealing with folks. What happened to them that they have not been able to overcome? And they're dealing with what we have not been able to overcome. And we're all out here just living life, dealing with what's left over when we feel overwhelmed and don't know what to do with the overwhelm. But the good thing about a conscious community, there's places we can go where people get to remember who we are, because we're always talking about who we are. I need you to remind me, because there's times I need to be reminded. I'm here to remind anyone. I know my mission. I'm here to be the light of the world. The reading today was about being that light. I know that's my job. But it's not just my job. See, we all have the same job. Be the light. That's all we have to do. And guess what? The light doesn't really care how you be it. The truth is, you cannot not be the light. The truth is, the light continues. That's what the reading was about.
Yeah.
Okay, the light's going to shine no matter what you do, no matter what station you're in, no matter what state. This is why people can be in the depths of despair and find redemption, because the light is in that depth. It just doesn't despair.
This is reminding me of several writings by Howard Thurman. So this is kind of paraphrasing it, but he talks about that often his prayers when he arises is to let go of his opaqueness. He says that his opinions, his judgments, even his memories become solidified in his being, so that it's like a wall that the light cannot pierce. And so his prayer consistently is to the Spirit, allow me, that's talking about himself, to surrender so fully that I become transparent, so that the light of God can shine through. Just let me let go of everything that makes me opaque, so that I am transparent for the light. And he says that requires a high level of surrender. Surrender everything. Not the easy stuff. All the stuff you don't want to surrender. Surrender that.
Well, you wind up surrendering things you didn't even know you had. Okay, we're so entrenched in who we are, we don't even know what we're holding on to until it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here to be the light of the world. How do I know? Because that's what we are. Okay, we actually emit light. You can't deny you're here to be the light of the world when you are a literal light. This is not metaphysics. This is not hocus pocus. This is not religion. Science. We have a luminescence about us. Now the question is, what kind of light am I being? How am I vibrating? What frequency of this, what is the electromagnetic field? Light is just a narrow band that we don't even see all of it. Like we don't see the ultraviolets and some of these other frequencies, but we can see this narrow band we call light, but it's not all visible. All reality is not visible with the naked eye, but that doesn't mean it's not there. It just means we can't pick it up. But guess what? We sense things before we see things.
Yeah.
Our senses is picking up data before. This is how we can walk in someplace and tell something is wrong. We don't know what, but we all have had that experience. Whoa, what's going on in here? Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you walk and there's a party going on. Wow, it feels great in here. I'm loving that. I think the movie was The War Room, where this woman prayed in her closet. Scripture says pray in a closet, for like 20 years, 40 years for her children. She sells the house, and somebody walks in the room, the preacher walks in. Well, you don't have to be a preacher. And he says, somebody's been praying in here. I was at the cathedral in Washington. I think it's Episcopalian, a big cathedral there. It's funny. I was trying to go to Rock Creek Park. I've been hearing about the park. I want to go to the park. I can't find the park. I passed the church 3 times. So I'm going in this church. And they take me up, they give me a tour, and they take me up the altar, and there's this little room off to the side. And they show me this little room off to the side. I'm telling you, people, this is consciousness. This is making a difference. I could feel the angst in that room. And I got on my knees at the little thing and began to cry. This must have been the place the mourners came. because I was compelled to cry. I'm talking about energy that's been left for me to pick up long after it's over. I'm saying you leave a fingerprint, you leave a trace. You are not invisible. You are not intrackable. You have presence that cannot be denied, that can be picked up even after you're gone. Same thing at Unity Village. They got this little chapel
that's
where
amazing.
you walk in this. I mean, the prayer ministry has moved to a much bigger place with phone banks and all this kind of stuff, but there's this little chapel inside part of the building. I guess they built the building over this thing. Okay, you walk in this place and you can feel the stillness. It's quiet, beyond quiet, it's still. But guess what? I couldn't recognize the stillness if I didn't have the stillness. This is what we're after. This is how we get past all the hubbub, all the hullabaloo, all the crap. We have to find the stillness that we are. It's not elusive. It's not gone. But we have to slow down enough, stop talking enough, stop doing enough, long enough to be the stillness. Not be still. Be the stillness. Stillness is a pristine, snow-covered meadow before any footprints. Stillness is a hush from the cosmos. Stillness is the origin of everything. And when we find the stillness within ourselves, we are at our original base code. Are you with me so far? And when we access our original base code, we can refigure it to the frequency we desire. The reason why we're not getting the things that we say we desire, we have our affirmations, we have our treatments, we have people praying for us, we got our vision boards, we're doing all this, we got a coach, we got everything going. I'm doing everything I can. Why am I not manifesting? Because I haven't accessed the source code that directs my life. I keep trying to fix myself out here. And I got some great fixes out here. I've paid a lot of money and done a lot of crazy things trying to fix myself. Am I the only one?
No.
But they see, at the stillness, there's nothing wrong with me. Never has been, never can be. So now I need to access this every day. This is what we get to do with this idea of the eternality, immortality, and continuity of individual soul, forever never expanding. I realize I can't run out of time. Why can't I not run out of time? Because there's no time for me to run out of. It's just here and now. It's just opportunity here and now. Stillness happens where?
Here now.
You can't find stillness in the past. You can't get stillness in the future. You can't catch up to it. You have to stop. Stop. I hear that blues, that R&B song. Stop, look, listen to your heart, hear what it say. La, 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 la. But it's true. Stop. Be still. Big Al Tutson, when he was here, he had this story about he was a referee. He was a basketball referee. I didn't realize they can do pretty well. And he talks about how they make a call. Everybody's mad at the refs, okay? That's just what happens. You go to the game, you're going to swear at the referee. But when a ref sees something, first they blow the whistle, what they saw, but they don't call it yet. They just blow the whistle. Something happened. And then they pause to examine the tape in their mind about what they saw. And then they make the call. That pause is important. See, that pause is a gap where stillness resides. And every time we can take a breath and just stop. This is why we want to pause before we eat. The prayers that come afterwards are extra. But we want to pause and get still. Still is how we prepare that altar of the heart Paranjali was talking about. Still is the place where we get to choose something different for our lives. If you don't like the way your life is going, and some of us don't, many of us don't, we get to choose again. No matter, we can always choose again. We don't run out of opportunities to choose. We don't run out of time. So there's no pressure is what I'm trying to get you to hear. There's no pressure. I have a pressure because I'm 73 years old and I haven't done this and I haven't done that and I haven't. Well, start doing it then. Nobody's going to stop you except you. That's who's been stopping you all this time. And you can keep doing it if you want to. Or you can decide something different and want to. We're always at choice. And that choice is always available. And we can't run out of time. And so what is my very best life looking like right now? See, does my very best life look like the dirty, low-down, no-goods are going to get what's coming to them? Is that my best life, watching them burn in hell? Is that the best I can do for myself? I mean, when you put it like that, it seems so ridiculous. It actually seems counterproductive to what I really want. It's like, while I'm sitting here watching this going, yeah, that's what you get. I'm getting the same thing. I have to sit here and watch you. Alley, outs and free, people. Everybody gets a free pass. Not because they deserve it. I'm not getting a free pass because I deserve it. Some of us know you've been horrible in this life. Okay? Some of us already know. Some of us think, no, I've been a very good person. I was a very good person too, because I never saw my horribleness. I never saw it. I'm riding on, oh man, it's just no end. So here we are. What is it? What if I knew? What if I knew I was one with God? What if I knew? Here's the new life we've been talking about. What if I knew that right where I am and just as I am, God is resting and abiding, living and breathing as me, through me, and I'm as me, through me, that I cannot be separate? What would I do different with my life? Would I go chase down the low-down, dirty noogers and make sure they got what's coming to them? Or would I move on because I've grown beyond that experience? I can remember my first day of kindergarten. Mike Mooney came up to me and pulled my suspenders and snapped them. I never even knew that could happen. But I found out, and it hurt. And here's the sad part. I went to tell the teacher. But I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't pick them out because they all looked the same to me. I just knew some little white kid came in. I found out later it was Mike Mooney. We got to be friends. When I got big enough to run out, I didn't go beat him up because he pulled my suspenders in kindergarten on the first day of school. Something in me realized I don't need to do that. I'd like to think that there's something in me that says I don't need to pay people back, that I can move on into my greater good. I want us to know that right where we are, this center is whole, perfect, and complete, warts and all, blemishes and all. Because what it has is presence. It's a presence of love here. And it's a presence of love here because we bring our love here. And we're bringing our love here because there's something loving in us that cannot stay silent. It must get out. It's erupting. And when it erupts, we beat a path here. And we're creating this community of love and support where we get to remember who we are. And we're changing the world by not succumbing to the world. Here's one that doesn't believe. Here's one who's not following through. It's like the little girl was throwing starfish back into the ocean. Somebody said, what are you doing? I'm saving these starfish. There's hundreds of them. She said, well, you can't really make a difference, but there's so many. And she threw one in. She said, I made a difference with that one right there. We're always making a difference. Everything we do. We're either consciously making it or unconsciously making it. This is an invitation to be a conscious difference maker. To recognize that right where you are and just as you are, God is saying yes to your greatest ambition. And that the ambition is calling from inside the house, like they say in the horror movie. The call is coming from inside the house.
Oh, gee.
Your desires are calling from inside the house.
And it's not a horror story.
Unless that's what you want it to be.
Yeah, I don't want it to be. No.
So, pick up the phone, say yes to yourself, and sit down and be still. Thank you. Namaste. Well, I guess that wasn't so bad. Okay. We're moving into our spiritual time of sharing, actually.
Yes.
And it's an opportunity to allow, as we're talking about the source code comes with the idea of prosperity. And it comes with the idea of prosperity because in the source code, an original place of our being, we began this life with all of our needs being met, all of our expectations being exceeded, and all of our joys being fulfilled because we were in gestation. We were in that womb. And what the mama ate came to us first. And what I want you to know is you're always in the womb of the Most High indwelling and self-existent one. This is the garden prepared for us. And we are receiving everything we need. And the way we increase what we receive is we increase what we use and what we spend and how we do it. This is an opportunity to work on that increase, to know that there's always more. The way we know there's always more, we trust that there's more by doing more, being more. This is science. This is financial science. And that's why they call it currency. It's supposed to stay in motion. So we have a prosperity affirmation I'd like you to repeat. Please know that your offerings, your tithes, and your contributions are used for the center. We have a global ministry. We send money around the world to seed more places where people know the truth about themselves. And we're grateful for everything that you give. Please repeat after me. From a consciousness of abundance.
From a consciousness of abundance.
And centered in gratitude.
And centered in gratitude.
I generously give.
I generously give.
I accept the gifts.
I accept the gifts
of prosperity and abundance.
Of prosperity and abundance.
As I demonstrate divine circulation in my life.
As I demonstrate
divine circulation in my life.
In gratitude I freely give.
In gratitude I freely give.
In joyful acceptance I freely receive.
In joyful acceptance I freely receive.
Thank you.
So it is. And if you're giving online, we have the address is give@sfcsl.org and PayPal and Zelle. Thank you.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering.
So it is.
Yes. How simple and yet how profound to simply remember who I am. To know the truth of myself at all times, and that truth includes the knowing that I am an abundant being, that I draw from a wellspring of infinite resource, infinite good, because the one resource we call God is ever present in my life. And so I give thanks for every offering, every tithe, every contribution and generosity of heart, hand, mind, and money. I know that all of it is the collective flow of good and goodliness that is the San Francisco Center for Spiritual Living, and that every giver and every receiver is blessed in that divine circulation. And so I simply say, thank you, and so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Remaining in the consciousness of gratitude, we enter our time of prayer. It is a time of science of mind, affirmative prayer, meaning that we stand in the consciousness of knowing that all that I am claiming, all that I am wanting, all that I desire is not separate from myself, that it is residing right where I am. That in fact I am not attracting it to me, I am releasing it through me. And so I speak that word in first person and present tense, as Reverend Muwata reminds us, there's only here and there's only now, and I am adding, there's only one. And in that oneness, I speak in the first person, and I invite everyone present here, everyone viewing, to know that that I is the singular life of all beingness, and that includes each and every one of us. So what is true for me is true for all. how good it is, how wonderful it is to know that there is one ever-flowing energy of life. It is that which we call God. It is what we call Source. It is what we call Spirit. It is what we call Allah. It is what we know to be the only power in the universe. And that divine creator that has breathed its very breath as the life of all living beings has breathed its breath as my life, as each life, as all life. And so the beating of each heart is a witness to the rhythm and flow of life itself, ever beating out a harmony and a rhythm that says, choose to remember. And I stand in that remembrance here and now as I claim all of the gifts of life, all of the gifts resurrecting in my life, coming forth as a renewed and bountiful energy of love, of joy, of health, of well-being, of peace. And so powerful is this knowing that I stand in this truth regardless of any appearances, regardless of what's happening in my life personally, what's happening in the world globally. I know there is one divine energy and flow, and I claim it. I claim it here and now. Joy and love and peace and harmony, the power of God made manifest, living and breathing. 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 Standing in that knowing. And I give thanks for it. I am so grateful to know this truth. I'm grateful to name it, to see it, to claim it, and to bring it forth in my life as the light emitting from a heart filled with joy. And so in deep gratitude, I surrender this word. I release this prayer fully, completely, in faith and in deep knowing. I know that it finds its home with all prayers that have ever been uttered. Over all time, over no time. And in one resounding voice of truth and love, I declare, and so it is.
So it is.
Amen. So it is. Ashe. Amen.
Thank you. More music.
For years I would talk about how I wanted to change the world, but I always left it up for someone else to do. But then I finally realized that I needed to take a stand, and that by changing my thinking I could change my life, and that's how I could change the world. So let there be peace.
I am a stand for peace.
Let there be love.
I am a stand for love.
Let there be joy.
I am a stand for joy.
We are making a new world now.
If you're able or want to stand, if it's a different energy.
So let there be peace.
I am a stand for peace.
Let there be love.
I am a stand for love.
Let there be joy.
I am a stand for joy.
I am making a new world now. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We're making a new world. We're making a new world now. With love and peace and harmony and joy for all. Can't you see? We're making a new world now. Making a new world now.
Leave it open.
Yeah.
Beautiful, thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone. Sit down. Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, it
in
was great to
standing.
stand up
Give
when you
announcements.
can.
I was just occurring to me, if you read or see the news, I can just pop up and go, I am a stand for peace.
Exactly.
That's
Like,
the, yeah,
forget
that's,
that noise.
that's exactly what you do. Yeah, that's how you break the cycle.
Yep. Reverend E turned, beloved Reverend E, turned 95 on Wednesday of this past week. And we were visiting with her. She was running with her walker. And then she just stopped and she just looked at me and she said, I am so happy. It's like that. Just so happy. 95. She's like, to have lived all of this life, to have seen all of this life. And then she just said, I don't really care what's going on. People can tell me anything. I don't care. I'm happy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so like I'm not waiting till 95 to claim that, like any given moment. She knows all that. Like there are plenty people going to tell her all the stuff that's wrong, right? Not just in the world, but as a minister, all the stuff that everybody brings that they feel is wrong in their lives. And the work of someone who's prayed as long as she is, and it's the work for all of us, is to just stand in the knowing. And so she's like, and since I do know, I'm happy. Beautiful. Yeah, really beautiful. So announcements. One of the announcements that we have is today is our Fellowship Sunday. So Michelle and Ella have been busy in the kitchen. Thank you to everybody who's brought something to prepare. And so we're going to move in this space to make it possible to break bread together. And I want to give thanks to them and to everybody who's participating in that. And another announcement, it's obvious, we have our beautiful Amalisa, who's here with us from Oregon. And it's like, there's no way you're not a guest singer or a visiting singer. You're home.
Family.
So, yeah, welcome home. So you and Ellie Mae,
you.
for sure. Next month, so I've been organizing for people to help in the fellowship. Next month we have, let's see, I'm spacing on it. Next month there'll be Fran and Ella. And then the following month will be Sandy and myself. And then the following month in July, right? Correct? Are you guys July? Or tentatively July. You're August. So tentatively July and August. So there is space for someone to join Crystal, for someone to join Eileen, so that there are two people who are managing the kitchen. And you don't have to cook. And it's really a lot of fun, a lot of joy, and then you get to see everybody so happy in the community that you were of service in that way. So if you're interested in being a part of a team, and since we have right now, at least we have 3 solid teams, tentatively 2 more, then you only serve once every 4 or 5 months. So consider it, please. See me if you are interested in helping to do that and bring that forth. Other announcements, John?
Well, I have a concert. It's the last Sunday this month. I can share the flyer with Eve. It's finished, so it's going to be a free with Daniel Berkman in San Anselmo at the Montgomery Chapel. So it's 5:30 on the 26th. So it's the last Sunday of this month. So
The last Sunday of this month, a
which is
concert.
the 26th. So and we're going to do music of the heart and I'm even thinking of doing improvisation for the Artemis 2 that's going to the dark side of the moon.
Oh.
What are they going to find?
Yeah.
Apparently
I just want to say Montgomery Chapel is so beautiful and has the most resonance.
It's a round place.
It's just a
chambers,
beautiful place to
atmosphere.
Beautiful.
come and hear music.
So yeah,
You know John's great. Daniel's great too.
Yeah.
and I'll share the flyer. We'll get it.
Perfect. In San
And it's
Rafael.
free. Hey, if you want to give donation, that's fine.
Lovely. That sounds just terrific. Today is obviously Easter, right? So we're celebrating together as well, and so that's joyful. You guys came in, but Reverend Mwata spoke about you from the pulpit earlier. He said, I think we're going to have new life emerging here today. And so I said, they're coming, they're coming. So, oh, look at him. There we go. You got to sing the song if you're going to do that. I don't know it. Oh, but I don't know. From Lion King. The Lion King song.
The Circle of
for
Life.
sure. The Circle of Life, for sure. So thank you, Daniel and Beanish, for bringing him forth. He is so beautiful. So that, for those of you that may not know already, that is Khalil William Khan English that we have with us today. And yeah, he's amazing, as all children are. Hi there. Hi there. Hi, young man. Hi. Thank you for being here, you all too. So I think that's really it. An announcement. Do you have one? Another? No shame. Just a promotion.
On Saturday, April 25th, I'll be participating in a diaspora festival. It's a theater festival.
Ooh.
It'll be in Berkeley.
Perfect.
If anyone is interested, I will send you the
Interested?
Thank
No,
you.
text. Text. Yeah.
I'm trying to share more. But
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
doing a song.
Perfect.
It's a theater festival, so there will be many different acts, and then I'm doing a song in that.
Oh, great.
Yay!
Well, now I can make a shameless plug for Crystal, who has a spectacular voice, who sings everything, classical, soul, pop, whatever. So, I mean,
Yeah. So no shame in that announcement. That's perfect.
look at
So the
that.
25th and 26th, we'll just be blessed with beautiful music from our own beloveds. So thank you all so much for being here. And then after the service and after we've had fellowship, anybody who is feeling inspired to help clean the kitchen, that's always greatly appreciated for sure, right? Yeah. Daniel, do you know, because Daniel's on Papa leave, that's what I'm calling it. He's on Papa leave, so we've had a little hiatus on the boxing and whatnot. Reverend Mwata's been anchoring the visioning, so. But.
Back at it this coming week.
Really?
Next week.
Okay.
Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, not this Saturday yet, the following Saturday.
And then Conscious Conversations, usually the second and fourth Sundays, but yeah? All right. Have you checked with Mom about this? No, I'm teasing. Yeah, he's yeah, go ahead. Changing diapers and all. It's great duty. It's great duty.
Child looks so relaxed, just sitting there
Yeah.
quietly.
So I was saying, yeah, we know one person is sleeping in that house. It's only Khalil. He's the only one getting any sleep. All right.
Okay.
So
Here we
I
go.
think that's it. Yeah.
Time
Let's
for
do
the
that.
benediction
Benediction.
from Unity
Benedict
Church,
us.
right?
He's over here. You get the hook for me?
Trying to help things out. Oh my goodness, thank you one and all. What a blessing it is to be a member of this center
Thank you.
and to have you all as
Wow.
beloved souls that I know I can count on, and please know you can rely on me. We leave here today completely empowered by the idea of our uniqueness, our difference-making innate abilities, the realization of our wholeness with the divine, and that every breath, every activity is an activity of God, that we ourselves are the activity of the divine. We leave here empowered that we are making the difference, being the difference, because we are the difference. And that difference is declaring right now, please repeat after me, the light of God surrounds me.
The light,
Light of God surrounds me.
The love of God enfolds me.
The love of God enfolds me.
The power of God protects and watches over me.
The power of God protects and watches over
The
me.
wisdom of God guides and directs me.
The wisdom of God guides and directs me.
The substance of God supplies, supports, and sustains me.
The substance of God supplies, supports, and sustains me.
Wherever I am,
Wherever I am,
wherever I go,
wherever I go,
whatever I think, do, or say,
whatever I think, do, or say,
God is,
God is,
and all is well.
and all is well.
So it is.
So
And
it is.
so it is.
Let's gather in a circle, a big circle, and sing.
One more announcement. If anyone's wanting prayer,
Oh, yeah.
Gabriella Schultz, who's been holding vigil, thank you so much, Gabriella, and myself, we are both licensed practitioners here, and it is our blessing to pray with you if you are wanting prayer. Just come grab either one of us.
Okay, very good. Here we go. I am the place
where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
We are the place.
We are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. We are the place where God shows up. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.